Hey everybody, it's your girl Miracle, and today I will be explaining to everyone how I picked my business name. So first off, my business name is Rosemarie Collections. Rosemarie is my favorite aunt's name who passed away March 9th of 2005. I know, sad time in my life. I don't really like talking about it because it makes me sad. Like me and her was like this. Like we were inseparable. That was my baby. We did everything together. Literally. We got baptized together. We went literally everywhere together. So I chose to name my business name after her because it means something to me. Like it means a lot to me. So I know how much this business means to me, and I know how she is watching me from heaven, and she is very proud of me. My aunt was 46 when she passed away. She passed away of a heart attack, and it was the worst day of my life. Like the worst day of my life. And I found out she passed away when my mom came up to my school when I was in the 5th grade. I got in trouble in school that day. Like I was being bad. I was being a bad girl. Bad. I was writing on the school walls with one of my friends, and they was like, I'm gonna call your mama. So I said, okay, call her. Want me to call her for you? I was just bad like that. So they must have called my mama. I don't know. But my mom came up there and she was crying. So I'm like, Mom, what's wrong with you? She's like, I tell you we get in the car. I'm like, when we get in the car, right? You just can't tell me now. She like, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm like, why? She like, no, never mind. I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to tell you right now because I know how you're gonna react. And I'm like, just tell me. Either if you tell me when I get in the car, if you tell me right now, I'm still gonna act the same. So just tell me. So we finally got in the car, and she was like, believe it or not, Auntie Rose passed away today. Y'all, no lie, I jumped out the car while the car was moving. That lady was my heart. My heart. I love my auntie like no other. I had just talked to her that Sunday because I was doing my proficiency test in school. And she was like, Miracle, just do good on your test. I'm going to get you something. Don't worry about it. You got this. Because y'all, I don't do good. I don't really like taking tests. I don't do good on tests sometimes. Now I done got better since I'm older. But when I was younger, I did terrible. Like, I was terrible with doing tests and stuff. So my was like, come on, Miracle, just do good. I'm going to buy you a gift. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do good. But she didn't sound right. She didn't sound good. She sounded like something was wrong. And I know when something is wrong with my aunt. Like, I know when something wrong with her. She was saying she didn't feel good. So I'm like, well, what's going on? She like, oh, well, I really don't feel good right now. I think I just got a cold. So I'm like, okay, but you don't sound like you have a cold. You sound like it's something else wrong with you. And she like, oh, well, I don't really want to go to the hospital because I'm scared they're going to tell me something wrong. Now, my aunt was one of the, she had a job. And her job was, I don't know if they still do it now, but she was one of them people that go to on the stores, like the corner stores and the corner and stuff, and they said that perfume, the little perfume things, she sold them or whatever. And I remember she had came over to our house. My mom was supposed to do her hair. My mom, she wanted some micros. She wanted my mom to do her hair and some micros. And my mom was like, oh, no, I don't really feel like it. And I don't really feel like doing micros right now. So I was like, just do my auntie hair. Like, what's wrong with her? Like, why you don't want to do her hair? Like, just do her hair. So they had got into it. And my aunt ended up getting real sick. And she had went in the hospital on March 9th of 2005. And she had went into the hospital and they said she went to work. Well, first she went to work and they said she was complaining that her chest was hurting. So they said that she was holding her chest. And they said they took her in the break room and she was just like trying to catch her breath. Like she was breathing. Like she was breathing, but she wasn't really breathing a lot. So they said they drove her to St. V's and they said that she was there for a little bit and they said she ended up passing. But y'all, let me tell y'all. They told me my auntie was, I'm sorry. They told me my auntie was calling for me. Told me she was screaming for my name when she was passing away. We was like this, y'all. That was my baby. Like, it's hurting me to actually record this because I just, I don't know. I think about her every day, and to keep her name alive is the reason why I named my business after her. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I named my business after her, and I just felt like it would bring me some type of peace. She did end up passing that same day. I wasn't able to go to the hospital. My mom was still at work, and ended up calling my mom, telling my mom that it was my grandma, because they ended up telling my kids that it was our granny too, because they didn't want her kids to be freaking out. Her kids are older, and they didn't want her kids to be freaking out about it. So they telling them that it was my granny instead of telling them that it was their mom, because they knew that they would have been going crazy. Now, I wasn't able to make it because, of course, like I told you, I was being bad in school. And my mom didn't make it in time. My mom said by the time she got there, my aunt was already gone. And I just feel like, honestly, to me, if they would have personally called the ambulance to come get my aunt, she would still be here. The hospital even said that themselves. They said that if somebody would have called the ambulance to come get my aunt, she would still be here. My aunt suffered from a heart attack. Now, it wasn't something that happened suddenly, because my aunt had already had heart problems. She had a heart transplant when she was younger, and they said that the way her heart was, that she probably wouldn't have made it past 40, and she died when she was 46. Now let me tell y'all, the funeral was the worst day of my life. Let me tell y'all, they cremated my auntie. I'm happy about it, but I'm sad about it because I want my baby back. Like, I want my auntie back. That was my heart. I don't know. I hope, like, I'm making her proud with the things that I'm accomplishing in my life, with my own business, with everything that I'm doing in life right now. Like, I'm hoping that I'm making her happy, because I know that she would be very proud of me. Now, I have made some dumb decisions in my life since I've been, older, and I know that she wouldn't approve of. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect at all. But I know that the dumb decisions that I have made in my life, my aunt would not have approved of. Like, my aunt cared about me so much. Like I said, we did everything together. We went to church together. We got baptized together. Me and my aunt almost died together one time. Y'all, she almost drove over the overpass. I don't know what was wrong with her that day, but she almost went over it. And I almost died with her. And I would have been okay with that. Die with my baby. But my aunt, like I told y'all, she was selling that perfume and stuff, and she went missing for a while. Like, she went missing for like a couple months, and she was selling that perfume. So she had to do road trips and stuff, but she didn't tell nobody that she was leaving. She didn't tell nobody. Nobody knew where she was. Her husband didn't know where she was or anything. Nobody knew where she was. So we was calling her phone. We even called the police, because this is not like my aunt. She wasn't just gonna go nowhere and just disappear and not tell nobody where she is. Like, I was blowing up her phone, y'all. I was calling her phone, asking her where she was at. She wasn't answering. And y'all, she moved across the street from me. That's how close we is. That's how close. We was like this. She moved across the street from me just so she could be closer to me. And y'all, my mama did not like that. Y'all, my mama had a fit. I go to my auntie's house to watch TV with my aunt. My mama called me like, oh, no, you got school today. You got to come home. Y'all, it was literally across the street. It wasn't around the corner, down the street, bend the block a little bit. No. It was, I stayed here, my aunt stayed there. Across the street. And my mom didn't like it. And like I was saying, yeah, she went missing. So I called her one day, and she answered. And I said, excuse me, where are you at? And she said, girl, I'm at home. I said, you not at home. I looked outside, y'all. She was at home. She wasn't there all the time. She had just got there. So you know me. I walked myself over there, and I gave it to her. I said, excuse me, what are you doing? Where was you at? She said, girl, I was minding my business. I'm grown. Y'all, she was at a Fantasia concert. She ain't slick. I seen the picture, the flyer in her trunk. She don't know, but I went in the trunk and I got it out. And I said, oh, so you was at a Fantasia concert. You think you slick. But yeah, y'all, I miss my baby so much. That was my heart. Like, my auntie, like, if anybody know me, know that my auntie was my everything. Like, I did everything with this lady, y'all. Like, it just hurt me every day to know that she is no longer living on earth. She is with me through spirit. But I just wish that she was still here with me, because like I said previously, that I know I made some dumb decisions in my life that my aunt would not have approved of. And I say it all the time, like, my aunt would kick my butt if she knew what I was doing right now. And this is the exact reason why I named my business after her, Rosemarie Collections, to bring my aunt name alive. Like, everybody that know me knows that me and my auntie were inseparable. That was my baby. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, we were just so close. Like, in her obituary, it said favorite niece, Miracle, because y'all know what was going on. And her funeral was in the same place that we got baptized at. And y'all, it was the hardest thing ever. So hard to watch my aunt lay in that casket at the same church that we got baptized at. I gotta end this video, y'all, because I done already cried. I done already let some tears out. I can't. Rosemarie Collections is named after my favorite aunt. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And your girl Miracle was out. Peace.